Good morning, welcome back to my vlog. As suggested by my husband, I have created a playlist for the topics I'd like to share with you guys. So instead of having videos linked in the description box below, I will now have playlists ready for you to watch about my experience with Crohn's disease, about my experience being a military spouse, experiences with our dogs who are just precious and they follow me all around the house. Please, Lolly off. Please do not mind the mess that is behind me. If you saw yesterday and before yesterday's video, you know that I've been very busy baking, trying to, and I know this hashtag isn't original, but still it applies. Hashtag trying to spread some love. If you've ever made madeleines and you have a tip on how to get all the crusty stuff off that doesn't require just scrubbing endlessly forever, then please let me know. I have soaked them. I have used a gentle soap. I have used a bamboo brush. I have used kind of textured cloth because I don't use disposable sponges at home. I don't want to use things like Comet and Barkeeper's Friend because I don't know if that'll ruin the pans. But yeah, if you have any tips, please share them with me. I'm a little desperate. I told you yesterday that today would be different because I still kind of am not, but I wasn't feeling 100% in the past couple days, just feeling low energies and kind of meh. I do not have a word for the meh because it's not really malaise. I don't feel body aches. I don't feel nausea or anything, but I also have some things to do outside the home. It is scary at this point. You know, I've been really chill this entire time ever since the first cases had come up in the news for COVID. And I'm not a worrywart. I'm a person of faith, and also faith in myself and faith in humanity, believe it or not. But there are now, I think, wow, I've even lost count, 4 or 6 cases in the military community. There are 90 cases in the island of Oahu or in all of Hawaii. Like, I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused. But it keeps spreading, and I really cannot afford to get sick in any way because I do have people who'll take care of my dogs, but I know that it's going to be a burden. I also have the 75-gallon fish tank that not everybody knows how to deal with. It is just, it's not going to pan out, especially if things get complicated for me. So, I think she's actually asking to go out. I'm done, and I've shown you this a lot of times before, but just in case you haven't seen it, my pillow organizer, multicolor, because I love happy colors, and if I have to do this starting early in life, then I want to be chic and fun about it. I reversed the days that I already took, that way I know which day I'm at. Then if I ever need to grab and go, I already have all my pills ready. You can just take them with me in the car. I've already done this before. Take a bottle of water or a bottle of almond milk because I love it, and just take them wherever I am. Had to take my glasses off real quick because I was doing a promo for my home business before I actually take off. But I want to show you before I get in the car. I packed everything that I'm going to take to the post office in a bin. So this way, when I actually get to the post office, I can just hand the bin over to the person. I don't have to really get that close, except when I'm going to pay. And because I'm going to pay with a card, I just have to slip it into the machine, do the okay, take the card out. When I take my bin back, I'm gonna disinfect it in the car and then bring it home. Then here in this collapsible bin, I'm trying to cover my home business, but I think at this point we all know what it is. I have all the stuff that I'm gonna drop off at people's doorsteps, and also packages that I still have to finish, because this is why I'm going to somebody's house to pick something up at their porch. I have to put it in here because I don't have that item. So I have everything ready right here, and I don't have to do too many trips to the car or struggle with too many things in my hands. All right, we're here for drop off number 1, which is just a plain bag of cookies. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is that chilly in Oahu right now with all this rain. All right, stop number 3 became stop number 2 because I still haven't heard from my friend who I'm supposed to drop things off for. At this stop, I just have to get a few things ready. I'm giving the person some samples that she asked for, and I put some candy in there because I like making people happy And not so they like me, but I like spreading cheer. I know what it's like to be miserable. I know what it's like to feel down. I know what it's like to feel super so I don't like people to be that way. And I'll do what I can to make their day, make them smile. Since I'm not going to be talking to this person, she already dropped the product off at her doorstep. All I'm going to do is put this on her doorstep and pick up my product, and then I'll be back. It's a little windy out there. I'm going to try not to touch my face. Okay, hand sanitizer. And I'm going to put some hand sanitizer on her little package. Oh, you just don't know anymore. You just don't know. Woo, got hand sanitizer in my hair now. I must smell like a doll. All right, I got nothing else to do off base. Just heading back home now. We're at stop number 3 now, which is the post office. Gotta finish up this package with the product that I picked up from this other person. Now I just need my credit card and my military ID, so that I can send all these wonderful things in the mail, hopefully. I'm hoping it won't be too expensive. If it's too expensive, I have to turn back home and think of another option. Let's see how this goes. I actually left my sanitizing wipes at home in my purse, so I'm just gonna hand sanitize everything. As it turns out, they are about $4 each to mail because it's a package that can't be folded. But I do have the option of buying the postage online and actually paying like $3 something instead. Now, something that I thought was really interesting about this mask, because somebody did ask me where I got this. Evelyn, my dear, everybody's asking me about this mask. You really outdid yourself getting this for me. I know I'm scratching my nose, but I used hand sanitizer and I can't stop, because after you take off this mask, you feel that itch, you know. But anyway, I was talking to this lady about the mask. It is cloth on the outside, but it is this other kind of material on the inside. I don't know what material this is. I don't know how porous it actually is, being that it's a different kind of fabric. You see how it's very shiny and silky? So I'm gonna do some research on that mask and see if it's something that's actually good. What is with this wind? Okay, I have a little more work to do so I can mail these out, but I'm gonna have some lunch first because I gotta take care of my tummy. I also have to write out a letter of evaluation for one of the kids I tutor, because he's gonna go see a professional to see if he needs some additional assistance in school, and my observations are obviously gonna help determine if he does or doesn't need them. So I gotta sit down and do that too, but I think what I'm gonna do is have lunch, do the postage, drop it off at the post office, go deliver, and come back to write the letter. I think that sounds like a solid plan. I hate that this is happening, but I'm kind of glad it happened so I can show you. This is something, this is something that used to happen to me a lot as a kid. Oh my God, it hurts. Oh, I used to eat, I'm in the middle of eating, and I get these horrible cramps. I'm tearing up. I'm not crying, but I'm tearing up because it hurts. And because I was a picky eater, my family thought that I was just making things up so that I could get away from the food. Or probably say like, oh, it's been so long since I was in the bathroom that my food is cold and I don't want it. Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Oh, I'm gonna set you down for a bit. Okay, it's passing, so remember, I started with this when I was 10, so that was 23 years ago. When my parents would take me to the pediatrician, obviously, and pediatric gastroenterologist, all my tests would come back negative. And then they'd be like, you gotta make an effort to eat healthy foods, blah, blah, blah. And I would tell them, I cramp up when I'm eating. I didn't know how else to explain it. How does a 10-year-old put into words a new experience, a new pain that is so indescribable even to adults? So my cousins, my aunts, uncles would tell me, well, if you don't eat, then I guess they'll just have to take you to the hospital to put an IV in you and feed you by your veins. And they would say things like that. You know how you scare kids into doing something they should be doing? So I got a lot of that. Oh, it's cramping again. Whew, I'm okay. Anyway, because I was a kid, doctors didn't really believe me. My family didn't believe me. My parents kind of believed me, but hello, they're the ones who were seeing me at home cramping up in pain on the toilet for hours, not able to find any alleviation. 5 years later, after I was hospitalized from the pain that did not go away, and in the emergency room they said, I think we need to admit you. Then they finally came up with the diagnosis of irritable bowel syndrome. And the great thing about having a diagnosis is that you know what you're dealing with, so you know what you have to do. Not that I didn't have a diagnosis, we didn't know what was wrong with me. So of course, I'm going to be taking suggestions from other people saying, well, garlic is wonderful for digestion, and iced tea just goes so smoothly down your stomach and things like that. I can't do acid stuff, and garlic is like poison to me. So I wasn't getting any better, and it wasn't until late high school that I finally found a balance in my food and followed the elimination diet. So I got better with time. Obviously, you know, went to college, worked, lived on my own, traveled. I lived a really good life. It wasn't until I had my first GI bleed that everything took a turn for the worse, and in the worst way possible. Luckily, I didn't need surgery, but it got pretty bad. Now, when I remember what the term is for when you're eating and everything is moving in your GI tract, I'll put it down here. But doctors weren't even telling us that that was a thing. Why was I experiencing discomfort while eating? And why was I rushing to the bathroom in the middle of a meal? It made no sense. And even doctors, there were some doctors who told me it's impossible for you to poop out something that you just ate because digestion takes I don't know how long. But what they weren't telling me is that everything in your GI tract is moving when something touches your tongue, your taste buds. That's what sends a signal to your GI system saying, make room, there's stuff coming in. So things are coming out earlier than they're supposed to because this is defective. As you can see, I'm feeling better. I just had to stop eating. I breathe, I calm down, I try to focus on something else, or I try to just control my own body, and then everything goes away. So I'm gonna go back to eating. I'm gonna try to finish this, and if I can't finish it, then that's it. Like, I can't finish lunch. And everything else that I'm doing, I have to do at a slower pace, more calmly, and just not stress my body out too much. That part I'm very familiar with. I did that for 17 years. It's the Crohn's part that I'm still getting used to. But IBS, if that is what's going on right now, then I got that down. I did it. Finished eating, and I'm now printing the shipping labels, which is originally what I wanted to include in the video, but I guess I'll talk to you another time about pirate ship. Got my mailing labels right here, but I think I'm gonna make a pit stop in the bathroom because I'm starting to feel the cramp again, and I actually have goosebumps. I don't know if you call that chills or what, but oh, I'm not feeling good. Oh, okay, I don't even know how long I was in there, but you should be able to tell from the timestamp. I had left off at my shipping labels, which I'm going to cut now with my guillotine and then put on the packages so I can drop them off at the post office, and then everything will be done. I gotta tell you, this really takes it out of you. All right, I am officially beat. I'm just gonna watch a little TV so I can relax, unwind, and then go to bed. I'm doing good with the pain. Didn't have any more pain after that small episode earlier. I'm definitely gonna take it easier tomorrow because I don't know if that was a red flag, like a warning sign, it was a fluke or whatever, but pain is never good. whatever the case. Definitely taking it easy. Lali, off. Lali, off. I swear, she thinks she's entitled to be on the couch whenever I put a blanket on. Anywho, I hope you guys had a fantastic day despite the quarantine, and you're able to find something to fill your heart, to fill your day. If you have kids, then hey, definitely cherish these moments of education and definite frustration, but it's all going to be good memories for the future. Definitely something to tell grandkids about, right? If you're like me and you don't have kids, then spend some time, some much needed and wonderful quality time with your partner if you have one. And if you're like me, just home alone with creatures who cannot reply to you, then I highly suggest talking to people online for sure. I appreciate all the people who are talking to me and the few who do see me in person at 6 feet distance. It will never really replace the love of your significant other or his or her presence, but it definitely alleviates the sting of their absence. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow for a fun, I don't know what, Friday night. But please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, and turn on the notification bell before you go. Have a restful night.